good, just not getting a lot of run support, kind of snake bit, a lot of no decisions in that. But a solid start last week, as you mentioned. It's going to change tonight. And the key is going to change back to green, right? Because we had the X's. Yes. We didn't like that. And we'll credit some me guys out here to help you out. No, it was all Val. It was all Val. I know that. All right.
Let's get up to the hot dog
booth. On Cinco de Mayo, hot dogs all you got? Yeah. Dave says, Mike Blowers, gentlemen, it sure would be great to get a win, obviously, and take this series.
Well, anytime, Brad, you can beat the defending American League champions here in a series at Safeco, 2-1, it's huge. And I like the way the Mariners have performed here in these first couple of games.
Well, so do I, and I think the one thing is confidence. You start gaining confidence, and the Mariners certainly have done that with their pitching. The pitching has been really solid for them. The bullpen has been outstanding. Timely hitting has been something that was an issue. They had a nice road trip. Now they're back home, so they need to pick that up again. But overall, you have a chance when you pitch well.
Absolutely. Let's talk about tonight's starters. Jason Vargas against Colby Lewis. And Vargas, as Dave just mentioned, first win since August 14th of last year. String of 13 games. He went 0-9, a 5.67 ERA. What did he change? What happened?
Well, I think the biggest thing with Jason, he's obviously a control-type pitcher. He has to keep the ball down. If he can pitch to both sides of the plate, that certainly is going to help. And he's been able to do that. And he's been able to do that with the cutter. He has a nice cutter that he can throw inside to the right-handers, makes his speeds up. He's always has the good changeup. But more importantly, with that win, I think you start pitching with more confidence, which is something that Jason always seems to have. You certainly are not going to rattle him at all, but overall, really has done a nice job of pitching inside. Has been a big key.
Meanwhile, Colby Lewis, Ron Washington, his manager, said has done a lot better job lately commanding his fastball, setting up his secondary pitches.
Well, and that's the big key with Lewis. We've seen enough of him. He's a guy that's not overpowering, but if he's hitting his spots, especially the outside corner, it seems like when things are going well for him, which it was in his last outing, he can dial up the outside corner, so the Mariners hitters will have to be ready for that.
Roofs extended here at Safeco Field. Glad you're with us for Game 3 of this set with the Texas Rangers, the reigning American League champions. It's Mariner baseball coming your way. Vargas against Colby Lewis. Straight ahead.
tea by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Washington's Lottery, play together, win together. Hi friends, Angie Mentink here at the Northwest Florida Sports Desk, and I don't know how late you were up last night, but I'm guessing it probably wasn't as late as the Boston Red Sox and the Angels. Got done with the Mariners game last night, went home, turned on my television, they were still playing. The game, because of rain delays and extra innings, it didn't end until 2:45 in the morning. In the 12th inning, ownership came down and gave hot chocolate to those fans that were still there. Now, it didn't end the way Boston would have liked, and Terry Francona, the skipper for the Red Sox, had to face the media afterwards. He says, when I showed up today, I didn't think I'd be talking to you guys at 3 in the morning, and if I did, I sure wish we would have won. And then, of course, they got to get up real early this morning. Red Sox and Angels back at it. L.A. roughing up former Angel John Lackey in the third. Alberto Callaspo doubles into the right field corner. Eric Ibar and Torrey Hunter score to make it 3-0. Then in the fifth, Mark Trumbo takes Lackey to a place he doesn't want to go. Over the Green Monster for a 2-run shot, and the Angels lead it 8-0. Lackey only goes 4 innings, gives up 8 earned runs. The Angels trounce Boston 11-0. Next, we head to Oakland, and extra innings seems to be a theme here. Cleveland and the A's tied in the 12th. Former Mariner Jack Hanahan with the blue pit scores 1 for Cleveland, and they take the lead in the bottom of the 12th. Indians closer Chris Perez trying to hold on to that lead. 2 on for the A's with Hideki Matsui at the plate. Matsui pops it up, and the Indians escape the jam and win 4-3. Cleveland now leads the majors with 21 wins. So what does it all mean here in the West? With the Angels' victory, they have the top spot right now in the West. Texas a half game behind them. Oakland 2 games back. No matter what happens next, the Rangers will not leave town tied with the Mariners. It is just about time to find out what will happen tonight with Jason Vargas on the mound. He has gotten in his final warm-up tosses. First pitch is right around the corner, right here on Root Sports.
Beauty of spring flowers portend for warmer weather. We look forward to that. Meanwhile, Fans coming into the ballpark here at Safeco Field. It's the third and final game of this set with the Texas Rangers, the reigning American League champions. This is Mariner baseball, and let's play ball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. Ian Kinsler will lead off against Mariners starter Jason Vargas. Vargas making his 7th start here in the early part of this season. And Kinsler, first pitch swinging, pops it up straight away left field for Ryan Langerhans. 1 pitch, 1 out. Let's take a look at the remainder of that Texas batting order, Mike.
Some good right-handed hitters for Vargas to work through. We just saw Kinsler, and it's Andrews, Young, Beltre, Napoli with 6 home runs this year. Torrealba doing the catching tonight. Bourbon, he's the speedster. Keep him off the bases.
58 degrees and calm with the roof extended.
Let's see what Jason has done so far this year. 34 2/3 innings pitched for him. 25 strikeouts. Opponent's average 281.
Catching up with Texas first base coach Gary Pettis. They're going to be looking for his breaking ball here tonight. Elvis Andrus, 10-game hitting streak, hitting .266. Vargas ahead 0-2. Andrus 1 for 3 last night. First inning single and a run scored. Night before, came off the bench and laid down a perfect suicide squeeze and got a base hit. Back up the middle, and it's got enough to get him another base hit. Jack Wilson, good hustle.
Well, this is going to be a base hit once Andrus is able to hit it past Vargas. Jack playing over in the hole, still able to get to the ball, but with Andrus' speed, no chance. Take a look at the rest of the defense. In left field tonight, it'll be Ryan Langerhans. Saunders is in center. Ichiro out in right. And on the infield, Luis Rodriguez will get the start at third base. Justin Smoke over at first. And Miguel Olivo, he will do the catching tonight.
Andrus at first. And the pitch to Michael Young. Misses, ball 1. Larry Vanover, the home plate umpire. Tony Randazzo at first. Dan Bellino at second, and Brian Gorman thrilled to be at third after taking a couple off the mask last night. (2-0) to Michael Young. Sensational start. Top 10 in 9 offensive categories. Pitch, chop foul. Jason Vargas in his career 13-11 in home games, 9-8 in home games here at Safeco. 3.35 ERA. Good to see him get that first victory. His last start at Boston. Vargas done a real good job getting ahead of his hitters. First pitch strikes. Look at the improvement since '09.
He's always done a nice job of it. Exceptional this year.
Andrus a perfect 8 for 8 in base stealing this season. Two balls and 1 strike to Michael Young. Runner goes. Here's a throw by Oliva from his knees. And not in time as Andrus with his 9th stolen base. 9 for 9.
Take a look at Olivo from his knees. As Dave said, it's a 1 hop. Skips it off the grass. Olivo has a strong throwing arm, but nice jump by Andrus. Able to get in there easily as Jack has to make the play. Just catch the ball, keep it on the infield.
Michael Young now ahead 3-1 here. Hammered, foul. Fifth leading hitter in the American League right now, Michael Young at 336. Tied for second in RBIs. Leads the league in hits with 42, 2 more than Ichiro. Off-speed pitch sent to center field and deep. Not as deep as the one a couple of nights ago. Andrus goes back, tags. He'll make third easily with 2 outs.
It looks like Michael gets an off-speed pitch. It's up in the zone. Keeps his hands back. He actually squares it up. Saunders, no problem running it down.
2 nights ago, Young hit one very, very deep to left center field in front of the Nikon sign with Saunders playing him in right center. Went all the way across and ran it down for the out. Here's Beltre. Former Mariner, 1 for 3 last night, 1 for 4 in the first game. Beltre doing a great job driving in runs, tied with Ben Zobrist and Adam Lind and Paul Konerko for the American League lead in RBIs. Flare to right field. Ichiro is right there. That'll do it for Texas. So they get Andrus to third. No harm done. In the first, the Rangers nothing. Mariners coming to bat. Ichiro will get things started when we get back. Well, the Mariners have won 6 of their last 8, trying to take 2 out of 3 here for the Texas Rangers. Take a look at their lineup for tonight.
A couple of changes in the lineup. Rodriguez will hit second, playing third. Then it's Adam Kennedy, the DH. He will hit third. Langerhans will hit 6th. Michael Saunders and Brendan Ryan looking to get it going. They'll hit 8th and 9th. And the numbers for Colby Lewis. Struggled earlier in the season. Last outing was a good one. Went 8 innings in that outing. Not overpowering at all. Take a look at the defense. Julio Bovon will run it down in center field. Mitch Moreland getting the start in right. Mike Napoli will get the start over at first base with the left-hander on the mound, and Torrealba, the veteran, will do the catching tonight.
Colby Lewis, 4-3 career against the Mariners in 14 games, 10 starts. First pitch to Ichiro. It's up high, ball 1. Was 2-1 in 4 games last year against the Mariners. Mentioned Ichiro, second to Michael Young in hits in the American League with 40. Colby Lewis, 31 years old, 6'4", 223. Born and still lives in Bakersfield, California. Up high, 3-1. Colby Debuted with the Rangers in 02, was with them through 04, was dealt to Detroit in 06, Oakland 07, a couple of years in Japan, and came back to the bigs last year with the Rangers. Slapped into left field. That'll drop in front of Murphy, a base hit. So Ichiro, a 3-1 count, gets the Mariners going.
Colby Lewis will pitch away a lot. That last pitch, it's middle away. Look at Ichiro swing, serves it into left field, head always down on the ball. It's rare you see him roll over on a pitch.
Here's Luis Rodriguez as Ichiro takes his lead, 10 out of 11 in base stealing. Rodriguez getting to start tonight for Sean Figgins. Stomach distress issues, and Eric Wedge told him, said, listen, be ready for me late in the ball game if necessary. So Luis gets an opportunity to start tonight at third base. This moment for Luis thus far as a Mariner. Big game-winning 2-run single to beat Toronto a few Mondays ago after trailing 7-0. Lewis last year 12-13, a 3.72 ERA in 32 starts, 1 complete game, 201 innings, and he had 196 strikeouts, 65 walks. Depending a lot on Lewis, pick up where he left off last year. He beat the Yankees twice in the League Championship Series and won a game for Texas in the World Series against the Giants. And there for strike 1 and 2. A couple of years in Japan in 08-09 combined to go 26-17 for Hiroshima Carp, Central League. Hammered foul. Luis Rodriguez. Major League service with San Diego and with Minnesota. Charlotte last year, AAA. His manager, Chris Chambliss, now the hitting coach for the Mariners. Luis is 30 years old. He's out of San Carlos, Venezuela. Good battle here, 2-2. Ichiro back. They give Rodriguez a big gap in left center field. 2-2. Ichiro at first. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. 1 down.
It looks like Luis gets a changeup down and away, looking for the fastball at 87. His changeup's around 80 to 82 miles an hour. Just can't stay back on a good movement on that changeup from Lewis.
Adam Kennedy getting the start at DH. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Third time Adam is DH this season. Last homestand, he had a nice little run. Home runs, some big base hits. Ichiro back. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball one. Ichiro's had a lot of success stealing bases, 10 of 11, tied with Tampa's Sam Fuld for the American League lead. Levo on deck, one out. Big fly ball towards the gap. Murphy slides over to make the catch. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the first, and this year's Ichiro bobblehead night. It's coming up tomorrow. Felix Hernandez and the Mariners host the White Sox. First 25,000 fans receive the most collectible Ichiro bobblehead ever. This year's edition, it keeps track of every hit. So lock up your seats for Ichiro Hit Counter bobblehead night. It's courtesy of Root Sports. Visit mariners.com/tickets. 2 outs. Ichiro at first for the cleanup hitter, Miguel Olivo. Eleventh game for Miguel, batting cleanup. Strike one. Still looking for his first home run here at Safeco this season. 2 home runs in Detroit last week. Oh, 2. On Washington, talking about Colby Lewis, is that he's finally executed fastball command. It took the last 4 outings to get it going. Making that secondary pitch is a lot better, and he throws this away, and Ichiro will get to second base. Error on Colby Lewis, so now Ichiro's in scoring position.
Take a look at Lewis. He'll throw it back into the runner. Napoli, the first baseman, wasn't able to get over Ichiro and make that play. Sometimes if you can have time, you can get off the bag, but that wasn't the case there, so Ichiro will move up. And you can see why fastball command is so important. It's important to all pitchers, but with Lewis, for him it is especially. He likes to pitch on the outside corner with his fastball. It'll be around 87, 88 miles an hour. And if he's missing, falls behind in counts, and has to throw that pitch over the plate, he can get hurt.
Olivo 0-2. One hop, Beltre boots it. He'll tag his old teammate Ichiro. And that'll do it for the inning here for the Mariners. They get a runner on and leave a runner on. No score after 1. Sports is brought to you by AT&T. By Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Washington's Lottery. Play together, win together. Gentlemen celebrating Cinco de Mayo, the Mexican military victory over the French back in the 19th century, which seems to be celebrated more in this country than it is down in Mexico, but that's a whole nother discussion. Dan Wilson joins us right now in his second inning. Your thoughts on Mr. Vargas as he tries to win 2 games in a row?
Well, he's coming off a good start in Boston, and he's just got to continue to do the same things he's been doing, changing speeds, keeping that ball in on the right-handers, getting them to move their feet a little bit, and he'll be just fine.
First hitter here is Mike Napoli. Napoli hitting .222 with 6 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Didn't play last night. Played in the first game of the series and went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Napoli 5 for 15 with a homer against Vargas, former Angel. Ball of 2 strikes. Good contrast, guys, for these Rangers to see hard throwing Michael Pineda last night. Our gun had him 98, 99, 100 one couple of times. Now you get Vargas on the other end of the spectrum. This ball fouled out of play.
It's interesting too with the Rangers. They don't have all their guys in the lineup. Cruz is out of the lineup. We all know Hamilton is on the DL. The Mariners tonight, they've changed a lot too. Jack Cust out of the lineup. Biggins and Bradley both out.
Ball of 2 strikes. And Napoli dismissed. 1 out here in the second inning. Punched out by Larry Vanover. How about the improvement of Mr. Vargas here? Take a look at what he's done. Strikeouts per 9 innings, walks per 9, his fastball rate, and his ground ball rate. Fly ball rate, beg your pardon. All improvements. Good stuff. David Murphy last night, he said against Pineda, felt like he went up there swinging the first at bat after watching the first 4 guys ahead of him. Felt like he was 0-2 before he even saw first pitch.
Well,
defensive mode, just fouling them off.
And that was the case last night. 97 pitches for Michael, 77 of them for strikes. There was a lot of discussion, Danny, during the game last night, and really over the last few weeks watching Michael. And he's had a lot of success, and I hear the comment maybe he throws too many strikes. Do you believe that?
Well, I think that, obviously his control is not an issue. I think what he can do is begin to use his control to his advantage and work a little off the plate, a little up in the zone, and sort of capitalize on the fact that he can put the ball where he wants to put it. And you can be very effective, at the letters and a little bit above the letters. You get a lot of swinging strikes in there, get guys to move their feet off the plate. And as long as he can use that control and not throw as many strikes, but throw pitches that have a lot of purpose behind them.
Lesson learned last night, right, Mike? First pitch, Moreland home run, 0-2 to Davis home run.
The first pitch to Moreland, I don't have an issue with. He's just going at him right away. But the 0-2 pitch to Davis is obviously a mistake with the stuff that he has. And he has an opportunity to do what you're saying, Dan, expand the zone a little bit, whether he wants to go up or whatever he wants to do. And he just threw a pitch down the middle of the plate. And granted, he threw it down the middle of the plate at 97 miles an hour, but you can still get hurt at this level on pitches. And that was the one to me that I thought, that's a good situation for him to maybe expand things.
Lesson learned, to be sure. Hopefully, then we'll take a look at the pitch to Davis last night.
And that's an 0-2 fastball. But you can see Miguel, too. He's set up off the plate away.
Yeah, and, sometimes pitchers just miss where they're trying to go. And, again, you don't know. Without having talking to Michael, you don't know if he was trying to go off the plate there, or if he was just trying to throw a punch-out strike right there. But your point is a good one. He needs to expand the zone when he can. When you're in a 2-strike situation and you're ahead of the hitter, that's a time in which to make him hit your pitch and expand the zone.
Down the line off the bat of Torrealba, the catcher. Ichiro will get it back in. So 2-out base hit after Murphy grounded out to Ryan. Torrealba's aboard.
Take a look at the swing by Torrealba. The inside-out swing. It looks like Vargas was able to tie him up, but he just fights it off down the right field line. gets a base hit, and I think it's experience, isn't it, Danny? I mean, you look at Vargas, for example. He's obviously has more experience as a pitcher. He's older and he's been doing it longer, and you can see him do those types of things. That'll come with time.
Absolutely, and that's why you can't put a price on experience. And each time he goes out there, Michael Pineda becomes a better pitcher, and we're going to see less and less mistakes as the season goes on, and we're going to be looking at a dandy for sure. He's got incredible stuff. His control is miles ahead of a lot of pitchers that came up at his age. I mean, it's all there, and it's just a matter of him going out there every start, fine-tuning it more and more.
Mitch Moreland, the hitter. Mitch last night with the home run, leading off the 5th inning. It was the first home run given up by Pineda. Meanwhile, Vargas has given up 2 hits. He's got 2 outs and a runner on. Ichiro to his right. He's there, and he makes the catch. Ichiro with the catch, and that'll do it for the Rangers here in the 2nd inning. Coming up, they'll have Justin Smoak, 12 RBI in his last 8 games. To by Pizza Hut and the new Ultimate Stuffed Crust Pizza. Now get your favorite toppings and cheese baked right into the crust. And by Budweiser, official beer of the first inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. Justin Smoak to lead it off in the Mariners' 2nd, and a gorgeous shot from Lookout Landing as we watch the sun setting for this evening. Here's Smoak to lead it off. 12 RBIs his last 8 games. He's got good numbers against Colby Lewis, 4 for 8. Dan Wilson with us, Mike Flowers, Dave Sims here. Rubber match of this series with the Texas Rangers. Well hit. Deep right field. That ball is gone. Home run, Justin Smoak, his 5th. His 13th RBI in the last 9 games. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. He is really emerging as one of the big power threats in the American League. Nice, easy swing. It leaves the yard.
On a 1-0 pitch, you take a look at Lewis again, setting away. That pitch ends up in the middle of the plate. One of the things we talked about. Major league pitchers, they'll make some mistakes. That one's center cut. And no doubt about it.
It is a bona fide long ball threat. His 5th home run. There's Langerhans. Going back out is Andrus for the out. Mariners' 17th home run of the season.
You know, Dave, you mentioned that easy swing. That pitch down middle of the plate to a left-handed hitter, down in the middle, down in the end. is just their natural swing blow, and it really is. It's pretty to watch when a left-hander just drops the head of the bat on the ball down in that zone.
Well, it's easy for them to get there. The barrel's going to go right to it, so they don't have to work. You see them sometimes having to fight on the pitch that's belt high or above, but on that pitch, just drop the head of the bat on it, and he's so strong that if he gets it there, he's going to do some damage.
Good, wonderful extension. Brand new haircut and everything. 2 to Jack Wilson. And here's a look at Smoke last year. 100 games, 348, 8 at bats, 13 homers and 48 runs batted in.
So even last year, lacking experience as a professional, you can see with the 13 home runs and 348 at bats. Everyday first baseman, he's going to end up with 550. So even at that pace, without much experience, he was on pace to hit about 20 home runs.
Mariners will absolutely take it.
Just with Pineda, Mike, you know, we talked about his experience, and every time he goes out there, the advantage of an everyday player is they're out there every day. I mean, you know, Pineda's going to take the mound once every 5 days, but Justin Smoke is just benefiting again from this experience day after day after day, and it's really starting to show.
I think it's one of those things last year with some of the struggles he had, Dan, coming through it and then going into the winter and having an idea of what it's all about here and being able to think that process through, working on things over the course of the winter as Jack pops his ball out to right. It has to help. You know, to me, just seeing him in spring training, getting a chance to talk, he just seemed much more comfortable with everything. And so you can put a lot of that other stuff aside and think about playing the game. And he certainly has done it because he's been off to a nice start this year.
Here's Michael Saunders hitting 195, a homer and 6 runs batted in. 2 outs here with Smoke having homered, giving the Mariners a 1-0 lead. Strike 1 to Michael. Colby Lewis, that is the 11th home run he's given up. That's by far and away the leader in that category for the Rangers. Here's the 1-1. Taken up high, 2-1. Michael Saunders, Doug Fister, Brandon Lee, Ichiro, Mike Brumley, and Jamie Navarro, beg your pardon. We were all at the Beacon Hill International School in Seattle today, the 14th annual Mariners Dream Team Assembly Day. You guys did a good job with the kids over there. Two and two with 2 outs and a run in to Saunders. Saunders trying to get his first hit against Colby Lewis. He's 0 for 5. Striking him out. Highlight of the inning, the 1-0 pitch. Driven deep to right by Justin Smoke for his 5th home run. Gives the Mariners a 1-0 lead after 2 innings here at Safeco Field. run hit by the Mariners players, Alaska Airlines donates 10,000 miles to our Make-A-Wish Home Runs for Wishes program. Now, you can donate your own miles to Make-A-Wish at alaskaair.com. Filling out the All-Star ballots. Get your favorite players in there. First pitch swinging. Bourbon pops it up. Taking charge is Rodriguez, and he makes the play. You don't mind being called off on those plays, do you, Dan?
Those are those are ones where you just you hope you hear something eventually. But that's kind of how that play runs. Really, the catcher's he's going after it until he hears someone else call it, and then the catcher's job is just to get out of the way and let the fielder take it. But those balls down the line, those pop-ups down the line, really take a funny course because of the spin on the ball off the bat, and it's easier for the first or third baseman to take those.
Beginning the second time around for the Rangers against Vargas. Here's leadoff man Ian Kinsler. That's the strike.
Dave Blow was always very good about calling those off.
Early or late?
Oh, early.
Early.
Fielding percentage. You got to go get those pop-ups. Danny, get out of there.
That's a good call. That's a good call early. He's screaming from playing a deep third. Here he comes. I got it. Best thing, though, as long as you hear him, right? I mean, that's critical. You got to hear him. You can't be give me the secret like this.
No, yeah, absolutely. And there's, you're close to the fans. You're hearing a lot of stuff. But
sure,
I could always tell when I heard Mike's voice. That's no question.
Do you hear him coming too?
Yeah, I could feel him coming.
Especially these days.
Strike two called on Kinsler. Didn't like it. 2-2. You don't. Yeah, both of you guys are in vulnerable positions going for a ball like that too.
I think the other thing too, the reason why it's easier for the infielders is when the catcher's back there, they have to get up out of the crouch, remove that mask to try to find it. The third baseman and the first baseman see it the entire time. And a play over there, especially when you get over at the dugout, I think it's easier for the position players to know exactly where they're at. And I think it's more difficult for the catcher to figure that out.
Well hit to left field. Going back, Langerhand's got a fine jump on it, makes the catch. And when you guys were playing those the railings, which we have now, which I think are lifesavers, you guys didn't have that stuff.
We didn't have it, and actually it is one of the better things that Danny did. You see the replays of it a lot, but he would go sliding into the dugouts all the time. I'm not sure he always had to do that, but it looked good on TV.
And it lives forever.
It lives forever.
A little cloud of dust, never heard.
2 outs here in the third. Brings up Elvis Andrus. But these are great inventions. These
yeah.
You know, these rails and the screens there. It gives the guys a chance to stand up on the rail and catch up and hang out with everybody. You can razz your opponents and that kind of stuff. But more importantly, the line drives that can get in there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. You can hide behind there too.
Andrus dribbles one down to Rodriguez. And that'll do it. Nice clean inning by Vargas after Smoke gives him a run, a 1-0 lead. He goes 1-2-3 here in the third. It'll be Ryan Etro and Rodriguez coming up. This year, Budweiser will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can help support our nation's heroes. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Dan Wilson here in the booth here at Safeco Field. Mariners trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Texas Rangers. Brendan Ryan will lead off, followed by Ichiro and Rodriguez. Luis Rodriguez. Well, you were just talking about it, Mike. I think you're talking about Dan Wilson doing that little slide. This is up in Skydome. And that's going into the opponent's dugout as Ryan bangs one off the glove of Beltran. That's not easy to do. He's in with the double as Murphy tried to pick it up and dropped it. Should be a 2-base hit for Brendan Ryan. Boy, did he need that. Ryan has been struggling mightily. That breaks an 0 for 21.
Yeah, you get a pitch middle in, pitch up. You can see Adrian playing up too, trying to take the bunt away, and Brendan was able to hit it right by him. Also able to get some help from Brumley, or the first base coach, yelling at him to go down to second base. Sometimes you're not sure on a ball like that. It's not right down the line.
So they give him a single and an E7. Second Texas error tonight. There's Ichiro, chance to pick up a run. He's down a bunt. It's a beauty. They want it to go foul. Will it go foul? It does. Troy Alba telling Beltran, let it go foul. Let it go.
And that's an easy call for both of them, because when you drop a ball like this in between the line and the grass with Ichiro running, even if you pick it up early, you have no chance to get him, so you may as well let it roll and hope it goes foul, and that's exactly what it does. Danny, seen that sliding catch? One word came to mind: athlete.
It's a rubberized mat, no dust there. That's
Popped up, playable. First baseman Napoli takes care of it. 1 out. Time now for the Benner Bank Building to the Future. How about Dustin Ackley? Last night, Tacoma grand slam, and for the season, hitting just .214, 3 homers, 22 walks, and 20 strikeouts. For him, a grand slam for Ackley. And we had a scoring change here. Change of mind. A better look at the replay.
Double?
Yep. Official score Dan Peterson. Calling it a double. Take the error off the board off of Mr. Murphy. Here's Luis Rodriguez. Eric Wedge has a lot of confidence in this young man. And his pregame chat with Wedge, somebody asked him about watching Rodriguez take batting practice. There's a drive down the line. That will be fair. Oh, it goes into the stands for a ground rule double, but it's going to be good enough to score Ryan. And the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. 9th RBI for Rodriguez. Wedge talking about a professional hitter, puts up professional at bats. He has a very good purpose with every swing in batting practice, and that was a good result there. Nice job as he drives home the Mariners' second run. Moreland. And that's, what, 2 nights in a row. He had another one. Was that last night or the night before one bounced in?
Yeah, I think it was the night before.
Night before. I think the one Smoke hit. Double check that. Ground rule double by Smoke in the 3rd. 2-0 Mariners. Here's Adam Kennedy. And this guy, oh, he came prepared. He knew where he was sitting. And is he going to come up with the ball? 0-1 to Kennedy. So he came prepared, and the result is he got himself a baseball. American ingenuity at its best. Looked like a lot of gaffer's tape there.
Another use for duct tape.
Hey, America rolls on duct tape, pal. Can't live without it. 0-2 to Kennedy. Rodriguez the third, to play the third, getting by a mile. Two outs. Kennedy aboard, fielder's choice. So what's the rule on that generally when you get, generally if the ball's hit up the middle you go to third. If it's hit towards third to the right hand side of the shortstop, you don't go, right?
Yeah, that's an interesting play there actually by the shortstop, because the rule is, as a base runner, at you or to your left, you know, you're heading to third base, and I think 9 out of 10 shortstops will take that ball and throw it to first base, let the runner go to third.
I think that you're right. I think that Rodriguez had the right read on it, but he hesitated a little bit, Danny. I think that's what tipped Andrews off to throw it to third.
Strike one to Miguel Olivo. Ball's hit.
I mean, he reads it right away and takes off. It's basically right at him. It's one of the tougher reads you have over there, and you have to make your decision right away.
0-1 to Olivo. Breaking ball, swing and miss. 0-2.
You're right. That's a tough one, Mike. When they are hit at you, there is a tendency to freeze that first step, and because it's at you, you have to make your quick decision, and I think that's what cost him.
To Olivo. Runner, no, he holds on, and Olivo swings and misses. That'll do it. The Mariners do get a run. Big RBI by Luis Rodriguez. Drives home Brendan Ryan. A couple of hits in that inning and a man left, and that guy, American Ingenuity, finds himself a baseball. Mariners lead it 2-0.
Of the Northwest.
So far so good for Jason Vargas, trying to win his second consecutive ball game. He's got a 2-0 lead. The roof extended here at Safeco Field. Glad you could join us here in Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Dan Wilson sitting in with us tonight. Going to be Michael Young, Adrian Beltre, and Mike Napoli. 3, 4, and 5 here in the fourth inning. Vargas tonight, 1 strikeout, hasn't walked anybody, giving up 2 hits. Michael Young flied out to right center, his first time up. Texas Rangers, when they leave here, they go home. They'll get in at about 6 o'clock a.m. Texas time. Take on the New York Yankees, who've already played Detroit and are already in Texas. But last night with the Angels and Red Sox finishing at 2:45 a.m. Eastern time, and then come right back and play a day game today.
Ouch.
3-1. 11-0. No contest today. Here's what Terry Francona said. When I showed up today, I didn't think I'd be talking to you guys at 3 in the morning, and if I did, I wish we'd won. Bobby Abreu, a 13th inning 2-run single last night. Saunders coming in, and Jack Wilson just misses. Base hit, dunked in that no-fly zone by Michael Young.
It's a great effort by Jack. You can see him turn, runs, and I think when he jammed Michael, the ball starts to turn back to his right and just can't make the adjustment quickly enough. And a nice effort. I didn't think he had any chance at it, and he actually came pretty close.
Here's Beltre flying out to right his first time. 1 for 3 career against Vargas. Strike one, Adrian. Texas' 5-2 loss last night ended a win last night ended a 3-game losing streak, season high. 2-4 on the road trip, and on the road this season they've lost 8 of their last 11. Vargas out of Apple Valley, California. Played his college ball at Long Beach State. A couple of years ago, came over from the New York Mets. Been with the Mets, been with Florida. High fly. Medium left center field. Saunders will take control. And that will do it for Beltre. 1 out.
It's interesting. You look at the pitch breakdown for Vargas and what he had thrown last year, and the one that really stands out is the cutter. Obviously, he hadn't thrown it in the past, and this year he's thrown it quite a bit, almost 20% of the time. And that's been a real big pitch for him, and I think it's going to serve him well over the course of the summer because he already has a good changeup, and he can certainly sink the ball away from right-handers.
Yeah, we were talking in the pregame about his cutter, and it's a pitch, you know. Jamie Moyer developed a cutter later in his career too, and it's a pitch that when you're going in as much as Jason Vargas is on the right-handers, you don't want that ball to come back over the plate, and so for him to develop that cutter, a pitch that's going to stay inside on that corner or come in off the plate on those right-hand hitters, give them to move their feet, that's going to work to his benefit, and I think that's why he's really used that cutter quite a bit.
2-0 to Mike Napoli, struck out looking his first time on a 1-2 pitch.
As a catcher, do you know when he's going to throw the cutter? Do you have a separate sign to it, or is it just a fastball sign, and because of where you're setting up, you assume it's going to be?
It depends on the cutter.
Right.
You know, sometimes a cutter will break a lot, and sometimes it won't. And you know, for a catcher, it's just what he's comfortable with. And a guy like Moyer, he had a pretty good cutter. I would call a cutter so that I knew it was coming because it would break quite a bit. But some cutters are shorter break, and you don't really need to know. But same is true with a sinker. Sometimes a guy's sinker, you just call fastball and it sinks, and you know that. But if you got a guy with a super sinker, you're going to want to know.
So Napoli's aboard on a 4-pitch walk. 2 on for the Rangers, 1 out in the 4th inning. First walk issued by Jason Vargas.
And Brendan, and they're probably going over the signs. Runner at second base, and he wants to be sure, because you go through the series of signs, and as a shortstop, he wants to be clear of what's being thrown.
Absolutely. You know, and on that left side of the infield, on both sides of the infield, really, you need to know breaking ball, you need to know off speed, you need to know fastball, so you can adjust yourself. Because we've all seen, you know, a step and a half, a step either direction makes a big difference, and these guys will take advantage of that, knowing what pitch is coming.
David Murphy, the hitter. Chance for two. Ryan will take it himself. And a nice stretch there by Smoke. For one pitch, and there's Vargas getting out of a 2-on, 1-out situation. A DP, a pitcher's best friend. Mariners have a 2-0 lead.
King by the new Quest 5-year price lock promise. Visit quest.com/promise for the details. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more information, visit emeraldqueen.com. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Dave.
Thank you, Angie. Same to you. As the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the 4th inning. Second time in 3 innings. Here's Justin Smoke to lead off. Last time, 1-0 pitch. Homer to right field. His 5th home run. Gives him 20 RBIs. Smoke, Langerhans, and Wilson here in the 4th inning. Playing well. They've won 6 of their last 8, trying to take 2 out of 3 here for the Rangers. Strike 2. 1-2 to Smoke. Fed Homer 13 RBIs his last 9 games. Two balls, 2 strikes. He was ahead 1-0 in the 2nd inning, fellas.
Ends up getting a fastball. You see him set up away. Starts middle in and runs right in the middle of the plate.
2-2. Hit it off the end of the bat.
He started the season swinging the bat well from the right side and struggled a little bit on the left side. And I think a lot of that was because they saw so many left-handers early. And now you can see his left-handed swing starting to come around, and started by hitting the ball hard the other way. In fact, he hit a home run into the Mariners bullpen the other way, swinging left-handed, and he's starting to swing the bat better from the left side.
2-2. Well struck. Deep center field. Bourbon going back, can't get it. It's off the fence, and Smoke blisters one straight away center field for a leadoff double here in the 4th inning. 2 balls crushed by Justin Smoke.
There's a couple of strikes. He's so powerful, and you can see with 2 strikes, that ball gets a little bit deeper than the one that he hit the home run on. The same thing, just squares it up. That's a long ways. It's a cool night. Ball's not carrying that well. And Bourbon can go get it, but he hits it so hard he can't get back in time as he hits it off the fence in center field. one of the things we were talking about, Danny. He just has power all over the place from both sides of the dish. What an advantage it is for him.
Well, you said it, Mike. That's a long way out there, and he really put a good swing on that ball, and just that ball was on the line all the way out there.
8th double. Team leader in that category is Justin Smoak. The home runs, RBIs, slugging, and on base percentage. He's having a whale of the first 33 games here. Beltre in on the grass at third. Langerhans to the ball. 1-1.
You know, you see it so many times, Mike, and I know you've seen it in your career. Guys come over from another ball club, and when they go back to play that former ball club, they seem to come alive somewhat. And Justin really, although he's been coming alive over the last couple of weeks, really swinging the bat well in this series.
Yeah, it certainly helps to be hot going into that series, but you know it has to. If you were to ask me, I'd tell you it's another game, but I think it has to feel pretty good to do some damage to your former club.
Outside in Langerhans, evens the count at 2-2.
And this right here is, I think, a tough at bat for Ryan Langerhans, because you have Colby Lewis out there, runner on second with nobody out. He certainly knows that Ryan's going to try to pull the ball, and you've seen every one of the pitches have been away from him, and typically running away from him. So he's got to really get out there. Here comes one inside.
He wins is Brian Gorman. Langerhans is gone. One out here in the fourth. It's the 4th strikeout for Colby Lewis.
And this time you can see Ryan trying to get out there, all those pitches away. Nice call by Torrealba and the pitcher Lewis to come back inside with a cutter and tie him up, because you can see the other pitches all off the plate, and Ryan's trying to get out there and do his job. Unfortunately, he was one pitch ahead of him.
Absolutely. I think the key to that pitch, Mike, as you mentioned, it's off the plate inside. Everything was away, and as soon as Ryan saw that ball inside, he was going to jump on that pitch, but it was in off the plate where he couldn't get to it, and you're right, good call.
Jack Wilson, the hitter. One out, runner at second. They play Jack shallow and over towards right. Fouls one back. Jack flied out to right with an 0-2 pitch. Back in the second inning. Way off the line at first. Foul back 0-2. Smoak with a leadoff double. Mariners trying to pick him up. To Wilson, swing and a miss. 2 outs. 5 strikeouts for Lewis. 2 outs, runner at second. It's Saturday, Pepsi Little League night at the ballpark. That's when the Mariners meet the White Sox, and all Little Leaguers are going to take home a poster featuring Mariner first baseman Justin Smoak. Get your tickets to Little League night. Go to mariners.com/tickets. Michael Saunders struck out on a 2-2 pitch in the second inning. Takes a strike. Oh, 1 to Saunders. Check down. Brian Gorman said he did not go. Two runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Mariners. No runs, 3 hits, and an error for Texas. Mariners hoping for a big 2-out RBI here from Saunders. Come on, Mike. 2-1. Pitch to Saunders. It'll hold up again. Good count here for him at 3-1.
Well, it's an interesting situation, Dave. We got Saunders in the box. Obviously 3-1 count here. First base is open. Brendan Ryan, who had a good at bat last time, on deck. Be interesting to see what Colby Lewis chooses to do here.
Lewis comes set. The 3-1 to Saunders. And he walks him. 2-out walk. Mariners first and second. First walk issued by Lewis brings up Brendan Ryan. Hit the ball hard down the left field line. In fact, off the glove of Beltre for a double. That was leading off the third inning.
It looked like he got behind on Saunders and then just decided to let him go and take his chances with Brendan Ryan here.
Yeah. Took a chance, threw a first pitch fastball to him that Saunders ended up taking for a strike, and he just was not going to give back into him. He's going to make him hit his pitch or move on to the next hitter.
So Ryan with an RBI opportunity. Pops it out of play. Didn't see it. Somebody must have made a heck of a catch. Right in a beer cup. Hard to beat that, huh? A night to remember. Oh, 1 to Ryan. Same neighborhood. 0-2.
Might need some of that duct tape down there to fix that beer cup.
I'm gonna wager that he's gonna buy more than one coming up real soon. See if they spring for one for him after defending his section with the cup. Mariners have 2 on. A run in. I beg your pardon, I'm an inning ahead of myself. 2 on and trying to get a run in as Ryan looks at a pitch down low. Leadoff double by Smoke off the fence, straightaway center field. Couple strikeouts, a walk. That's where we are right now. Look out as the bat goes flying. Ryan strikes out. Strikeout number 6 for Lewis through 4. Mariners strand 2. They have a 2-0 lead. And make sure you take your mom out to the ballpark. On Sunday, when the Mariners host the White Sox, first 10,000 Mariner moms receive a pair of Mariners earrings thanks to Trader Joe's. For tickets to the May 8th Mother's Day game right here at Safeco Field, why don't you go over and check out Mariners.com/tickets. Mariners with a couple of men on in the 4th inning, couldn't get them across. Now to the 5th. Yervi Torrealba, Mitch Moreland, and Julio Bourbon. It's Jason Vargas, first pitch swinging. Flies to center field for Michael Saunders. 1 out. Saunders been busy tonight, his 3rd put out. Jason Vargas, 2-0 lead. He struck out 1, walked 1. K was against Mike Napoli, and the walk was to Mike Napoli. Here's Mitch Moreland, right fielder, flied out to right, his first time up. Moreland, a power hitter. Four home runs from Moreland. 3rd on the team behind Beltre, Cruz, and Kinsler. Takes a strike. All 2 strikes. Vargas seems he always has a plan and does a good job of executing it. Guy with not overwhelming stuff, knows how to make it happen. As this one ripped into center field, a base hit, a 1-out single for Moreland. The Rangers, they'll get home at 6 o'clock in the morning Central Time. Then the Mariners will welcome in the Chicago White Sox, who are slumping mightily. Felix Hernandez tomorrow, Doug Fister on Saturday, and Eric Bedard on Sunday. Here's Julio Bourbon, fouled out to the 3rd baseman Rodriguez. Bone 2 free here in the series. Popped up foul. Vargas in his last outing, April 29th at Boston. 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, gave up a couple home runs, came away with the victory. Manager Eric Wedge really impressed by his performance. One-two pitch. Zach Wilson, gloves, and he just gets the speedy Bourbon. Nice play by Jack Wilson, the Mariners' second baseman. Moving up to second is Mitch Moreland.
You take a look at Jack going over, really showed a lot of range on this. I thought this ball probably had a good chance of getting through the right side, but a great play, nice concentration. Looking it into his gloves as he dives in. Bourbon, speedy runner, but Jack, the veteran, no hurry, makes an accurate throw. It's a nice play.
Top of the order, Ian Kinsler. Twice flied out to left field in Ryan Langerhans. Back with a strike and 1-1.
Guys, you can really see Miguel and Jason Vargas in a pretty good rhythm right here. Jason not shaking off Miguel hardly at all, and they're really just, you can tell they're in sync. They've got their game plan, and Jason's just going out there and executing it very well.
Back with another strike, 1-2. Strike away from putting away the Rangers here in the 5th inning. Ripped. We're talking about Eric Wedge. His thoughts on Jason Vargas's win last week against Boston.
Just look at those last 3 innings that Vargas threw in his last start. I was as impressed with him as I've ever been, in my short, time here. In his competitive nature, the way he doesn't give in, the way he trusts his stuff, and I think that that's what I'm focused on right now. Is if he goes out there and commands the game, today the way he did, at the end of that last game, we should be in good shape.
We saw Ryan Langerhans put away Kinsler for the 3rd time this evening. 2-0 Mariners here at Safeco Field. Today was the 14th annual Mariners Dream Team Assembly Day, and I was with Ichiro and Doug Pfister, Brandon Lee, Mike Brumley, Jamie Navarro at the Beacon Hill International School, 2025 14th Avenue South in Seattle. The Dream Team. Drug-free, respect, education, attitude, and motivation. Ichiro always gets a big hand, but like always, the biggest star when we do this is the Mariner Moose. The kids. Ichiro slaps on the left. Murphy was waiting for it. 1 out. And one of the guys that joined us today on Education Day is Mariner center fielder Michael Saunders.
Everyone in Seattle and all around the Pacific Northwest do so much for us. So whenever we get an opportunity, we love to just be able to kind of give back.
It's a lot of fun for us to get out here and see the kids' faces and put a smile on their face. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's awesome. Anytime you hang out with kids and you're spreading a positive message to them about staying in school, being drug-free, having a positive attitude.
I learned about respect because I should actually respect my parents, my teachers, and my friends, and others, too.
Always a good starting point when you respect your parents. Thank you, young man.
Well put by that young man.
Joey Rodriguez tried to bunt his way on. Beltre let it go foul. Boy, with an RBI double in the third. The Mariners 2 runs on 5 hits. RBIs tonight by Smoke and Rodriguez. Smoke a home run. Leading off the second inning, he also has doubled the straightaway center field, 2 for 2. And Rodriguez, a third inning RBI double. Stay fair for Napoli. 2 outs. We'll bring up Adam Kennedy, DHing tonight. Jack Cuss getting evening off. Sean Figgins getting the night off. He's got some stomach problems, but Rick Witt said that he is available in late game situations if necessary. Kennedy in his 3rd start as DH. Colby Lewis tonight, 6 strikeouts, and he's walked 1 in a nice run in the 4th inning. Mariners got 2 men on, but all 3 outs were strikeouts.
Well, the other thing he's doing is throwing a lot of strikes. 72 pitches, 54 strikes, just 18 balls. First pitch strikes, he's faced 21 batters, 18 of them with a first pitch strike.
Oh, 2. $14,205 here at Safeco Field this evening. Pitch to Kennedy, swung on and missed. A 1-2-3 fifth thrown by Colby Lewis. He's now struck out 7. More importantly, though, the Mariners have a 2-0 lead.
Score after losing 7 straight games, including 3 to the M's. The Tigers turned it around against the Yankees. Brennan Bosch hit a home run today, and Detroit beat New York 6-3. Tigers win 3 of 4 against the Yankees. I have to pass on one more interesting note. A-Rod entered the game as a pinch runner for an injured player, and according to Stats Inc., it's the first time A-Rod pinch ran since he did so for the Mariners in the 8th inning of Game 5 of the 1995 Division Series. Mariner fans will remember he scored the tying run that night and was actually on deck when Edgar hit the double to win the game in the 11th inning. Dave.
Angie, thank you. And again, he replaced Eric Chavez. Broke his pinky toe on his left foot, legging out a triple. That's why A-Rod had to come into the game. As you know, Eric Chavez has been plagued by injuries when he was with Oakland. He's been playing about once a week with the Yankees, playing well. Triple today and breaks his pinky toe, legging out a triple. tough way to go.
Yeah, it's a freak injury to say the least.
1-1 to Andrus. Drops down a bunt. Rodriguez watches it go foul. Andrus can really control the bat. He does a nice job.
We saw an Ichiro bunt go foul earlier. This one I thought had a better chance to stay fair just because it was bunted firmly because of the speed of it. I thought maybe it would hang in there, but just shy of the bag, it goes foul.
Luis Rodriguez had almost an identical bunt down there previous inning, and he alertly was right on it.
Vargas 1-2 to Andrus leading off the inning here. Fouls this one back. Andrus followed by Michael Young and Beltre 2, 3, and 4. Just joining us, Mariners get their runs on a smoke home run. He's on a hot roll here. 13 RBIs his last 9 games. Luis Rodriguez drove in a run as well in the 3rd. Swing and a miss. Andrus is gone. Second strikeout for Vargas. 1 out here in the 6th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Dan Wilson joining us here in the booth. Here's Michael Young here in the 6th.
Guys, we're getting here to the 3rd time through the order. Really, Jason Vargas is, as I see it up here, he and Miguel have really just haven't set a pattern on anything. They've just been mixing it up back and forth and in and out and really haven't established anything. I don't know. Texas looks like they just don't know what's coming, and Jason's able to throw every pitch he's got for strikes, and it's just moving right along.
I think that it's I have to believe that they're both not thinking the same pitch every time. But I think when you get into that groove early in the game for Jason, he has confidence when Miguel's putting down. And he's just throwing whatever the pitch is called the best that he can do it and not second guessing it at all. And that has to be huge for his confidence so that he's not overthinking it.
3-1 to Michael Young. Lost it. Second walk. 1 out, 1 on. High speed pitch brought to you by Quest. 91 for Lewis, 89 for Jason Vargas. Here's Adrian Beltre. Fly to right, fly to center.
You talk about that trust, Mike. It's so important that pitchers trust their catchers, and Miguel has done such a nice job really gaining the trust of this pitching staff. And
Ryan Wilson, they throw him to Smoke, double play, inning over. Second double play tonight. Both of them huge helps for Vargas. He had one in the 4th as well. Mariners lead it 2-0. Safeco Field, everybody. Well, actually, welcome to his back. He's got Safeco Field on the back of that jacket. Very nicely done out in the restaurant, right field. Miguel Olivo, Justin Smoke, and Langerhans here in the bottom of the 6th against Colby Lewis. Struck out 7, walked 1. Miguel Olivo this evening is 0 for 2. Stoner fielder's choice and struck out. Lewis throwing a nice ball game here. 2 mistakes have hurt him, but he's had good command of that pitch in particular. 0-2. Lewis won his last outing April 30th at Oakland. He went 8 innings. Prior to that, he'd lost 3 consecutive decisions after winning his opener against Boston. The 1-2. Down to Andrus. Levo's gone. Dan, we want you to hear something here by a guy that you once provided some guidance to back in the day. He's wrapping up his career in New England. He was one of those guys playing till 3:40, 2:45 Eastern time last night. Jason Varitek.
I mean, there's no better example of who to play the position than Dan was. I was, my first spring trainings were around him, and he's just a constant professional, does a great job, had to handle his staff, had to handle Lou, and he was always good, really, really good to me. And, Ian would trying to get his work in, because I have to get ready at that point. And just watching him and the care and the things that he did behind the plate have definitely influenced me.
Dan Wilson, this is your life.
I tell you what, I respect that guy for the job he's done in Boston. It can be a tough city to play, but he's really, he wears that C on his jersey, and he deserves every bit of that. And I remember him even as a young player, a guy that worked extremely hard, and his workouts in the weight room and off the field. We called him the Marine because that's how he worked. He was a hard worker and didn't get a chance to stay with us for too long, but went on to have an outstanding career in Boston. So,
and he's been wearing that C for a lot of years up there. That speaks to his character and his tenacity, not to mention his ability here. And largely, it's not the hitter he was a few years ago, but he still can catch and call a good game.
Absolutely, and I think that's, we were talking a little bit about the rapport that Jason and Miguel have going tonight, and I think that's Jason's strong suit, is the rapport that he gets with his pitching staff. And he's had some dandies in Boston, but he's been able to handle them all, and they love him up there because he does a great job.
First time Lewis has gotten the best of Smoke tonight with a strikeout. It's strikeout number 8, 2 outs here in the 6th. Ryan Langerhans. And Jason Varitek going on to win a couple of World Series, 04 and 07 with the Red Sox. Langerhans 0 for 2. Skies one. Center field for Bourbon. 1-2-3 inning. That's 7 consecutive hitters retired by Colby Lewis. Mariners lead it 2-0 behind Jason Vargas.
Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com, and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Back upstairs to the booth.
All right, Angie, thank you. 14,205 on hand here at Safeco Field. Jason Vargas trying to win his second straight ball game. He'll face Mike Napoli, David Murphy, and Yorvi Torrealba, 5, 6, and 7 for the Rangers. He had Napoli way out in front of that one, struck him out looking in the second inning. Walked in the fourth. Napoli didn't, was erased on an inning-ending double play. A lot of off-speed pitches that moves, really teasing Napoli tonight.
Yeah, he's had him out front, a couple of changeups there. Seems like he just keeps running that ball off the plate, and Napoli keeps chasing it out there, and Jason's just going to stay out there until he makes an adjustment.
Down low. 1-2. Pretty good paint job those first two. Didn't miss by much in the third. Two. Popped up. Smoke will take a look. Got a chance. Nice adjustment. 1 out. So 1 out here in the 7th inning. Time for some rally fries.
Thank you, Piper. Piper delivering the fries for us tonight. We have Peyton from Tumwater. There you go. Waiting a long time. Had to wait all the way to the 7th inning to get his fries.
Old school unis too.
Happy birthday, Peyton.
David Murphy, the hitter. 0 for 2. Ground to short, bounced into a double play. And 1. Smoke home run, RBI double by Luis Rodriguez, accounting for the Mariner runs. Broken bat, 1 hopper. Jack Wilson to Smoke for the second out. Change speeds up, down, in, out.
Yeah, it's been that way all night, and you know, you got a lot of swings, a lot of pop-ups, ground balls. He's not getting a lot of strikeouts, but they're just not squaring anything up, Mike, because they just don't know what to expect for 1 and 2. They're off balance when they do get to the ball.
I think, again, it comes back to his cutter. We talked about it earlier, Dan. 20% of his pitches coming into the game were cutters. And that has to open things up for your changeup and your two-seamer away. Just so difficult as you can't cover both sides of the plate. We've shown the tracer a number of times, and he's typically, when he throws 3 or 4 pitches to a hitter, he's just peppering the lines on that.
Yeah, his location's been outstanding, and he's been expanding the strike zone when he's had to, and they keep chasing it.
And the comebacker will conclude this inning, the 7th. 1, 2, 3. Vargas retires the number 3 hitting team in the American League. He's shut them out through 7. It's 2-0 Mariners. time for AT&T trivia question. Now, this has been previously discussed. We've already broached this topic. Let's see how many people were paying attention. Cinco de Mayo is observed as a celebration of Mexico's independence from Spain, Mexico's victory over the French army, Miguel Hidalgo's birthday, and Mexico defeated by the U.S. Army. Text A, B, C, or D to 95323. I've already given the answer out, but let's see if you knew this one. Colby Lewis for the Texas Rangers. He struck out 8 tonight. 2 runs on 5 hits. What he's given up. Jack Wilson will squiver. Booted by Kinsler, and Jack's aboard. Did I have enough English on it or what?
Spinning like a top. Hit it right off the end of the bat.
Base hit for Jack. Jack Wilson anticipating. He knows the drill. He's been in that situation before. Struck Kevin up. So a base hit, an infield hit for Jack Wilson. That's a 6 Mariner hit. Here's Michael Saunders. Coming into today, Saunders 90 plate appearances, 28 times. He's been behind 0-2. Lays down a bunt. It's a good one. Lewis shuffle pass. Just gets him on the throw to Napoli. So Saunders executes the sacrifice. That's his 2nd of the season. And the 11th for the Mariners.
Nicely done by Michael Saunders. Unfortunately, the ball checks up on him a little bit. If he can push it past the pitcher, he's going to have a base hit. Almost beats it out anyways.
Nice job by Saunders to get Wilson to second base. Jack, pretty fast runner. Brendan Ryan will be the hitter. Ryan hit it hard. His first time up, a double down the left field line. He struck out his 2nd time up. That was in the 4th inning. Chance for an RBI. Ryan has 6. Ryan got to feel really good about that double he got in the 3rd inning. That ended at 0 for 21. Striking the inside corner, ball and 2 strikes. This is what has happened through the course of this evening as Jason Vargas racking up a lot of zeros. Struck out 2, walked 2. That's the most important number right there, the 0. Back to the pitcher Lewis. He throws out Ryan. 2 outs. Check out the Mariner calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. White Sox struggling mightily, last place in the American League Central. They come in for 3. Travel day Monday, go back east to Baltimore and Cleveland, then come home for the always hilarious 2-game series, 2 with Minnesota and 2 with the Angels. They go to San Diego. Ichiro, a 2-out RBI opportunity. Tonight is single to left. Popped the first fly to left. Felix Hernandez. We'll see him against the White Sox. And that'll be tomorrow night. Base hit that Ichiro picked up in the 1st inning was his first hit against Colby Lewis, making it 1 for 7. Meter racking up more digits. 41 hits for Ichiro, one behind Michael Young. I think they're 2 behind him now. Young has a base hit. Troy Alba mad at himself, but he might have had a play.
Here comes Mike Maddox. I think the 2-0 situation here with runner in scoring position in Ichiro. I think they're just going to talk some strategy here and talk about what Colby wants to do. I mean, he's seen a pitch inside, he's seen a pitch outside that looks like maybe they were going to try to pick at second base, and maybe now the plan is to let Ichiro go on down to first base. We'll see how they come out with it.
At this point in a 2-0, do you give the pitcher the option?
That's why I'm sitting up here and don't have a uniform on. I don't know. I mean, I'd hate to give up a hit to Ichiro when we got a rookie on deck and a chance to go after him. So I don't think I'd give him a choice.
I agree with you.
Slaps it foul, 2-1.
I guess they didn't agree with us.
Another strong performance by Jason Vargas. They're just trying to get him some more runs. 2-1 Ichiro. Flips it. That's in the left field. That'll score the run as Jack Wilson scores easily. 2 out RBI by Ichiro. 3-0 Mariners here in the 7th. RBI number 13 for Ichiro. There's a welcome sight.
Yeah, this is a big run for the Mariners. Have 2 outs and a runner on second. You're able to pick him up, make it a 3-0 ball game. Solid line drive base hit by Ichiro.
Ichiro joining Rodriguez and Smoke with RBIs here tonight for the Mariners. Here's Rodriguez, 1 for 3. Rodriguez trying to keep it going here with 2 outs. Looks at a strike. Away with the 3rd inning double. Scored Brendan Ryan, who had opened up the inning with a double to left. That made it 2-0. Stayed that way till Ichiro just drove home Jack Wilson.
We're going to keep Ichiro close at first base there. There's a good chance here. Try to get into scoring position again. Ichiro might take off and try to give Rodriguez a chance to drive him in.
Rodriguez takes it for a ball, 1-1. Not much of a lead for Ichiro. 1-1. Taking for strike 2.
It's always a little tougher for a catcher with a left-handed hitter up there and a runner who might attempt to steal. You just can't see that base runner, and so you try to set up away as much as you can. That's your only chance, because if you try to go inside, you don't see the runner at all, and you can't see if he takes off or not.
1-2 to Rodriguez, diving back as Ichiro.
Well, if he throws it inside, it also makes it tougher to throw down the second base, doesn't it, Dan? You have to clear it. Right?
Yeah, you gotta clear yourself of that hitter, so your throwing arm doesn't run into the hitter, and sometimes when you do that, you can screw up your mechanics.
Rodriguez swinging a miss and a good breaking ball held on by Turrialba. Mariners, though, do pick up a run, and Ichiro 2-out RBI extends the Mariner lead to 3-0. Texas Rangers, let's review or revisit our AT&T trivia question. Cinco de Mayo is observed as a celebration of, and folks are paying attention. Look at that. B, ding, ding, ding. Survey says B, the Mexican victory over the French army, May 5 of 1862, the Battle of Puebla. The French eventually captured Mexico, ruled it from 1864 to 67. Cinco de Mayo is a regional holiday in Mexico. Actually, September 16th is celebrated for Mexican independence. And Miguel Hidalgo, he was the guy that got that movement started for the 16th. Here's Jason Vargas, 5th time. He's gone 7 or more innings. Last time he went 8 complete. It was August 21st, 05. That would be his 5th. That was his 5th career start, and it turned out to be his only complete game in the majors. He was a member of the Marlins, and he beat the Dodgers that night. Ryan Gorman said he did not go. Mitch Moreland leading off here in the 8th. Moreland, Bourbon, and Kinsler 8-9-1. Two and 2.
Next pitch will be number 90 for Jason. Nobody throwing in the Mariner bullpen.
A heck of a bounce back here for Vargas. The win he had against Boston was his first win since August 14th last year. A 13-game span, he went 0-9. And had a 5.67 ERA. And Moreland goes down swinging. 3rd K tonight for Jason Vargas. Tired of paying those high gas prices? Who is it? Relax and ride Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Julio Bourbon will be the hitter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Takes a bunt with him. Vargas, good fielder, boots it. Be a base hit though. Thought he had it. Base hit for Bourbon. Got up the mound nicely.
Well, and you're right. He usually will come up with this right on the end of the glove, just pins it to the ground. Normally that's a play that Jason will make. Take another look at it. It would have been an awkward throw, but that's a play that he'll make.
Top of the order, Kinsler. Ian Kinsler, the second baseman, 3 times has flied out to Langerhans in left field. Mariners just picked up a run each row, a 2-out RBI in the top of the 7th. Jamie Wright starting to warm up. He has been tremendous. 1.29 ERA. 14 innings. Giving up just 2 earned runs. Back with a strike to Kinsler, 1-1. Rangers without Nelson Cruz with a quad issue. Ron Washington not playing him tonight. He's not going to play him tomorrow against the Yankees down in Texas. Josh Hamilton, as you know, is out till June. Swing and a miss. No change of speeds and location has been outstanding.
It's been unbelievable. The first 2 pitches inside to Kinsler, and then he just pulls the string on the changeup away. Look at Kinsler just way out front of that changeup.
Dangerous hitter. Kinsler 1-2. Good speed on the base paths with Bourbon. Runner goes. Pitch taken for a ball, bobbled by Olivo. Stolen base. Bourbon, his 4th. Good jump. Count it 2-2 to Kinsler with Elvis Andrus on deck. First inning, Andrus got all the way to third, stranded there. They got Michael Young to third in the 4th inning. He was stranded. Runner goes, swung on, sent down the line. That is a fair ball. Bourbon scores easily. Kinsler making the turn, and he's in the second with an RBI double. First run of the game for the Rangers. It's their first multiple hit inning of the ball game. For Kinsler, his 14th RBI.
Take a look at the swing. Hits it right off the end of the bat. Kinsler stays close to the plate. That is right off the end of the bat, so it's a little flare down the left field line that stays fair. The only difference is that pitch was left up as opposed to the changeup before when he swung and missed.
Bunt dropped down by Andrus. He can really bunt. Double clutch Vargas, but he gets him on a nice throw for the second out. This kid has great ability to control that bat, get the ball down playing small ball. Eric Wedge coming out to get Vargas, who makes a nice play. Double clutches, but still got plenty on it to get the out. So he goes 7 2/3, gives up a run on 6 hits. Runner at third, his responsibility. But Vargas right now stands to be the winner. The Mariners can hold on as 14,205 give him a nice ovation for what everybody hopes will be his second consecutive win. 3-1, Mariners on top. Bedard telling their fellow starter, dude, good job.
And Jason, he was in command of this game all night long. Really did a nice job again of pitching inside effectively, keeping the ball on the ground. Defense certainly helped him out, which is what he's going to need. He's going to pitch to contact. Nice changeup late in the game.
Comes away with 3 strikeouts, a couple of walks. Looks unfazed. 98 pitches. Mr. Vargas. Another strong performance coming off a win against Boston last week. 2 outs, runner at third, and each of 2-out RBI in the top of the 7th, looming large right now. Here's Michael Young against Jamie Wright. First pitch, strike.
Numbers for Jamie, they're great. 1.29 ERA, 14 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 184.
Michael Young 1 for 4 against Jamie Wright. 1-1. Vargas, another strong performance here. 7 2/3 innings. Michael Young tonight. 1 for 2 with a walk. Jimmy. 2-1. Vargas always steady in his emotions. Jamie Wright 2-2 now. The always tough Michael Young. Top hitters in the American League. Mentioned. Top 10 at 9 offensive categories coming into this series. Number 5 hitter starting today in the AL. Two and two. He's run a full count. On deck hitters Adrian Beltre.
Well, guys, I think we can judge from the fact that 2 Texas hitters in this inning tried to lay down bunts that Mr. Vargas was really on the night, and just an outstanding performance, I thought. Just in and out, changing speeds, Mike. I mean, he did. It's a blueprint for how to pitch in the big leagues.
Well, it was, and it's a shame that he didn't field the bunt by Barbone, because he's probably back in the dugout now with his teammates.
Jamie Wright loses Young, puts the tying run aboard and brings the lead run to the plate in the person of Adrian Beltre. Runners at the corners for the Rangers. Beltre, a .412 hitter against Jamie Wright, 14 for 34 with a home run. Huge moment right here. Mariners lead by 2. Beltre tried to put him in the lead. Strike 1.
Looks like Jamie ties him up, gets a good fastball in on the hands of Adrian Beltre. See Adrian trying to pull the barrel through, keeps his hands tight to his body and can't get to it. Nice first pitch from Jamie.
Young at first, Kinsler at third. 0-1 to Beltre. Swing, a foul tip. Got him 0-2.
This is down and away. Probably a ball. Definitely is a ball down.
Oh, 0-2 to Beltre. 2 out, 2 on. Mariners lead by 2. Pitch to Beltre. Hit on the ground to Ryan throws to Wilson for the force, and the right way works again. Jamie Wright bails out the Mariners. And it's a 3-1 game as we go to the home eighth. Freeze camp for this evening. Glad you could join us, everybody, here at Root Sports. Mariners lead at 3-1, trying to get this rubber game. In the series against the defending American League champion, Texas Rangers. Adam Kennedy, Miguel Olivo, and Justin Smoke, 3, 4, and 5 here in the bottom of the eighth. Brandon League heating up. He has been sensational out of the bullpen at 8 for 8 save opportunities. Kennedy pulls one foul. Colby Lewis tonight, 9 strikeouts against 1 walk. Gave up a home run to Smoke in the second, an RBI double to Rodriguez in the third, and a 2-out RBI to each row in the 7th. He pitched number 100.
We talked a lot about Jason tonight, but Colby Lewis has thrown a pretty good ball game himself and really kept Texas into the game, and only had a couple of singletons up there, second and third innings, but beyond that, he's been pretty tough on Mariner hitters tonight.
Oh, 2 strikes. Strike 3 call to Kennedy. Second time he's K'd tonight. And on our ticker tonight, your thoughts on Jason Vargas. Send in your thoughts. And those comments will be addressed in the post-game show. That's strikeout number 10. 2 former Mariners. Mark Lowe, number 57, and Arthur Rhodes, the left-hander. 10 strikeouts. Colby Lewis as Olivo swings through. Colby Lewis, season high 10 Ks. Previous high was 6 last outing against Oakland. Brandon League, a perfect 8 for 8 save opportunities. The 0-2. High fly ball. Short left field. The shortstop Andrus goes back, and he's there. Makes the catch. 2 outs here in the Mariner 8th. Catch all the big matchups this season with the Mariners 16 game plan. You're going to get a great seat location. You'll enjoy many season ticket holder benefits, which include special discounted prices, flexible ticket exchange policies, and more. Reserve your 16 game plan now at mariners.com/16. Here comes Justin Smoke, a whale of a night, a home run. His 5th, his 20th RBI, a double, and he struck out in his 3rd at bat. Colby Lewis with the 10 strikeouts. It's the 7th time he's done that. Last time was September 21st last year against the Angels. Smoke's home run was a crush shot into the right field stands. Then he doubled up straightaway center field off the center field fence. That was something. Two 1 pitch. Hit hard, base hit. Smoke is dialed in, folks. 3 for 4 tonight. He went 1 for 4 last night, 3 for 4 in the first game. What a series.
Well, you can see how aggressive he is being with his swing. This is ending up to be a single for him. He's not swinging like he's trying to get a base hit. He's trying to do some damage, and that's what he's been doing. The ball hit hard through the right side. Swinging with a lot of confidence right now.
That's 7 for 12 in this series. That'll work.
You're right, Mike. You can tell when a guy feels good at the plate because he's not feeling his way through his swing. He's up there letting it go, and Justin Smoke, we see that from him tonight. He's every time up there, every swing he takes, like you mentioned, he's trying to drive that ball, and it shows just how good he feels about his swing right now.
Seems just the makeup of the ball club. They actually have some thunder in there. It's really starting to grow every time out. Yeah, this confidence as you talk about, and people are certainly seeing the tape and seeing the highlights. Langerhans 0 for 3.
.110 pitches for Colby Lewis.
Two and 1 to Langerhans. Two and 2. There's trying to pick up another run here. 2 and 2 as Langerhans takes a called 3rd strike. That'll do it. 8 in the books. Mariners lead 3-1. Brandon League a perfect 8 for 8 save opportunities coming in for the big final 3 outs. When Felix Hernandez makes the start for the Mariners as the White Sox visit Safeco Field. First 25,000 fans get an Ichiro hit counter bobblehead. It's courtesy of Root Sports. Now, this bobblehead features a hit counter. It's going to help you keep track of Ichiro's quest for his 11th consecutive 200-plus hit season. Get your tickets. Mariners.com/tickets. Larry Vanover back to the action. The umpire was over in the Mariner dugout. Here's Brandon League. He has been scintillating.
As Dave mentioned, 8 for 8 in save opportunities. Nice ERA to 2.25.
This is Chris Davis, good fastball hitter.
That's exactly why he started him off with a split. First pitch 87 miles an hour. Brandon's fastball will be in the neighborhood of 96, 97.
Bounced up there. Davis, a 238 hitter with a home run and an RBI. First pinch hit appearance. Davis went 1 for 4. The home run was last night against Michael Pineda. He hit the 0-2 fastball. 2 outs in the 7th.
I think you're right, Mike. He showed us last night he could hit a fastball, so the league decided to start him with a couple of splits here to get him off the fastball.
Hitting that time with 97, 1-2. Chris Davis pinch hitting for Mike Napoli. One and two. Hey, struck him out. Nice pitch by Brandon League. League was over on Education Day today and talking about that split. He is really dialed in over Beacon Hill.
After seeing 97 miles an hour, he comes right back with an 87 mile an hour split. See the bottom fall out of it as Davis swings over the top of it.
There's David Murphy. It's at ball 1. Murphy 0 for 3 tonight. Mariners, Jason Vargas has kept him in the infield all 3 times. In there for strike. 1-1. Boy, League is feeling good.
Dave, you talked about the split and the movement he gets on that split, but his fastball too is really running, and he gets a nice sink, nice run action on that fastball. It's tough to square up.
Weak swing by Murphy. 1-2. One out, 1-2. Murphy 1 for 7 against League. All 2 strikes, nobody on. 1 out. Bouncing ball. Ryan throws over. 2 outs. Rodriguez made a play. Ryan was there in the hole. Nice play. 2 down here in the 9th.
Nice play all the way around. The concentration of Ryan as Rodriguez cuts in front of him. He is supposed to do that, but how quickly he gets rid of it with a strong, accurate throw. It's a nice play by Brendan Ryan. No step, just get rid of it. Right on the money. Nice play.
So it's down to Torrealba. Yorvi Torrealba, the catcher for the Texas Rangers. 1 for 3. Got a 2-out 2nd inning single. Since then, he's flied to center and bounced back to Jason Vargas. He is really gassing it up in there. Ball 1 to Torrealba. Pitch in there for a strike. 1-1. One to Torrealba. never had a chance on that one. A ball and 2 strikes. Look at the movement on this thing.
Oh, this is just nasty. 97 miles an hour, comes back with a split. He's out in front of that by a foot.
A strike away for Brandon Lee. 1-2 to Torrey Alba. The 1-2 pitch. Chop foul. Do it again. Nothing like seeing a reliever in a groove like League is right now. The fastball close to 100. The split has been devastating. The 1-2 to Torrey Alba. Just missed. League thought he had him. He was halfway to the dugout. 2-2. Brandon out of Hawaii makes home in Southern California. Really done a great job filling in for the injured David Archibald. He comes set. The 2-2 to Torrey Alba. He struck him out. That's the ball game. Brandon Lee, another save. He's 9 for 9, and the Mariners win it 3-1. They take 2 out of 3 from the American League reigning champions, and they get a home run from Smoke, RBIs from Rodriguez and Ichiro. The Mariners have now won 7 of their last 9 ball games.
And what a night for Jason Vargas, really in command of this game. A solid hitting club from the Texas Rangers, but the ability to throw his cutter inside and come back with some tremendous changeup. Jason Vargas, what an outing for him.
2 consecutive wins for Jason Vargas. And Vargas's record goes to 2-2. The loser, Colby Lewis, with a career best 11 strikeout performance. He goes to 2-4. But how about the continuing emergence of Justin Smoke as a power hitter? Comes up with his 13th RBI in the last 9 games. He goes 7 for 12 in the series against the Texas Rangers. That is really something. So the Mariners now are 2-4 against the Texas Rangers on the season. Let's get out to Brad Adam and Dave